Hey guys, Clint Darden, we're ClintDarden.com, and of course, the House of Biceps. I was watching some videos tonight from someone from the House of Biceps Nation, and he was having some issues with his deadlift and his log press, and I'm not for sure if I can explain it properly through an email, so a video breakdown is exactly what it calls for. I want you to watch your start position. I think the bar is in a bad position. We've got the bands on the bar, and the bands make every little mistake really stick out much worse than it actually is. But I think that we can make a couple of adjustments that will turn over into big, major progress. Let's slow this down. Here we are at the point of impact where it starts. Your head is way in front of the bar. Your head is down. Your shoulders were in front of the bar. Your back was completely rounded. Your shins were not vertical at all. You're going down in a much better spot. The bar is farther away from you. The hands are farther away. Put your shoulders back and your head back behind the bar. Shins were even a little more vertical. I think it comes down to you having a better start with your head up and your shins a little more vertical. So then we may have to put the bar out in front of you just a little bit more until we find a better position. Here you can see it from a different angle. First rep looks horrible. Heads down. Second rep, you go down. Good spot. And the second rep is much, much easier. I think it all comes down to you having the right positioning. Here we are on log. I want you to watch where you are when it's lapped. You've got your elbows back. We've got to get those elbows up. We'll see that again here in just a second. Once you get the log to your lap, what I want you to do is not have the elbows back. I want you to have those elbows pointed straight up. So you're in a much better position for the clean. The log is in a much better position once you have it on your chest. And all we have to do is work on getting some leg drive here and a little bit of stabilization. I think you have a lot of talent to do well on the log press. We just have to put everything together, starting from the floor. And I think a lot of it's just going to start with you having a much, much better clean. You can raise the log up, set it on a couple of, I don't care, sandbags, on a couple of bumper plates, get it off the ground a little bit so you're not picking it up from a deficit. See, the elbows are down or back and down. We want those elbows up, pointed towards the sky. That way you can use a little bit more legs, lats, and back to clean that log instead of biceps. May not make a difference now, but it will make a big difference once you add a lot more weight to the log that you're lifting. Now we do want to work on getting some kind of leg drive in there. I know you're going to make mistakes. All I want to do is see you try. Once you start trying, we'll start making corrections. Here we are again with that clean. You've got your elbows down. That's a lot of biceps bringing that log up right there. If you had the elbows up, it's a heck of a lot less biceps. A little bit more leg drive is going to make those strong triceps really stand out. You're going to have much more weight on the log when you're pressing it overhead. The slow motion thing's not fun when you got a microphone. So we're moving on to a medley. What I'm seeing coming up here with your farmers, you are moving fast. We're going to continue to work on your speed. Well, there's a log press going on here. Hold on. Let's knock this out first. One more time. Regular speed. Elbows are back. Need to be up. There's very little leg drive there. Just try it. We'll fix it next week. So here we are on farmers. You've got pretty good speed. I think we can work on your gait a little bit, leading the farmers forward a little bit. Your nemesis right here on this medley is the sandbag. You don't like picking it up off the ground. We're going to work on some rows, some picks. We're going to get your hands all over that sandbag. Once you get it up off the ground, you can move with it pretty well. We're just going to work on you getting it off the ground and not dropping it. That could be the key thing. Picking up that sandbag 2 or 3 times is absolute killer, both on the body and on the mind. So we have to make sure once you get your hands on it and decide you're going to lift it, you're not going to drop it. A lot of people will drop a sandbag right on the pick. Can't be one of those guys. Take an extra breath if you have to. Get it safe, get it secure, pick it up and go with it. And here we are on the sled. I think you're moving really, really well on the sled. This looks to be a really good event for you. In the next couple of weeks, we need to work on adding some more weight to that sled, maybe adding some foot movement drills before that sled, maybe some 5-10-5 football drills, things of that nature to get you going in the right direction, tire you out a little bit before you grab this sled, just like it will be in a contest. Now here you are working on some dumbbell deadlifts. You are really, really close to being there, but I'm going to show you how to make them a little bit more effective. What I want to pause once the bar gets below the knees. Not a touch and go, not a non-stop motion. I want you to stop completely for a half second, a full second, whatever it takes once that axle or bar is below the knees. And you're going to use that as a time in which you are going to go through a mental checklist of everything that you're supposed to be doing while deadlifting. We're going to get it from a side direction here in a second. When you stop, you're going to make sure that your belly's out against your belt. You're going to make sure that you're setting back on your hamstrings, that your shins are vertical, that your head is up, that your shoulders are behind the bar, and then you're going to explode like crazy. If we work on the dumbbell deadlifts and we get them working properly, I believe your regular deadlift is going to absolutely fly, both physically with a lot more weight on the bar, and the technique is going to fly up as well. See, we see you reaching just a little bit too much to get down to the bar. Your head is up a little bit. This isn't axle. You're losing your grip. Every time someone loses the grip, they do look down at what they're supposed to be gripping. We're going to work on these dumbbell deadlifts and make them transfer over to the regular deadlift quite a bit more. I think if we can get you to sitting back a little bit more on that axle deadlift, we can make some pretty good things happen for you. And we can set you up for some PRs. You obviously don't mind working really freaking hard. Not once have I asked you to do a single thing and you haven't done it and then some. So I'm really excited to see where you go in the future. It's just all about us finding the right exercises for you. Going through some stiff-legged deadlifts right here. We can try these conventional and sumo to see if they work. This is taking a little bit of stress off the shoulders, doing some stiff-legged deadlifts instead of good mornings. We're just going to search for a method to do the stiff legs that don't kill you, something that allows you to show a little bit of progress, and something that carries over into your regular deadlift. That's all we're looking for. So here you go, man. This is last week's video broken down, frame by frame anyway. Keep working. Not looking for perfection, just looking for progress. Can't wait to see what you do next week, man. Talk soon.